Hey guys, our boy here, and welcome to my amiibo collection of 2024 Smash Bros. Addiction. So basically, last video, I was managed to make a video about the Mario video about all the Mario amiibo and others that I was managed to celebrate for Mario 10 Day actually. So basically after that video, I'm finally gonna review all of my Super Smash Bros. Amiibo. Starting with the first character up until the last character. And keep in mind, I'm actually missing a pretty good amount of roster. But I do have a pretty good amount of roster though. So see, this looks a bit. It's gonna be a long time, but I hope it's gonna be easy like the Skylands videos. So for ado, let's start. Starting off for the first character of the Smash Bros. Series is none other than Mario. I was managed to show you Mario a couple of times, so this is his figure. And yes, he's missing his fireball, but I found it kind of cool about it because he's worried about kinda. But soon I'll make it a version when he does have a fireball actually. So I'll make it that actually. And the next character, which is the third character in the Smash Bros. Series, Link. Basically, I don't have Donkey Kong yet, but he's the number 2 seed. I'm not going to say all the characters that I don't have because it'd be taking way too long. So here's Link from his old amiibo design actually. And keep in mind, these released at Smash 4 actually. So basically, just Smash Bros. For Wii and 3DS through Ultimate. So this is a star roster of Super Smash Bros. And 64. The next two characters are Yoshi and Fox. And these are the star characters that managed to be in Super Smash Bros. Super Smash Bros. Series. Never unlockables, never be like that. Just plain characters you can be able to play all the time. And moving on to the 4 hidden characters in original Super Smash Bros. Is Luigi, Ness, Captain Falcon, and Jigglypuff. Basically, these 4 characters are the unlockables in Smash Bros. 64, if you don't realize them actually. So these are the 4 unlockables in Super Smash Bros. Smash Bros. Original, actually. Moving on to Super Smash Bros. Melee roster. So basically, this has been one of the second entry of the games of Smash Bros., which is called Super Smash Bros. Melee. So starting off kicking the roster, we got Princess Peach, Bowser, and the Ice Climbers. Funny enough about Bowser, this is my second Bowser actually. But first one got bit up. So basically, I had to get another one when the game called Mario 3D Land plus Bowser Fury come out. And I was managed to get this the second time, actually, when it went back in stores. So I was really lucky about that, actually. Alright, next up is the clones. Next characters from Melee we got is Dr. Mario, Pichu, and Falco. Basically, funny enough about Dr. Mario, he was managed to get cut in one game, and it was managed to return the last 2 games, actually. So I found it kind of interesting for Dr. Mario compared to other characters like Pichu, for example. And here are the last 3 fighters from Super Smash Bros. Melee. We got is Marth, Ganondorf, and Roy. Funny thing is about Roy, he was managed to brought back in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U for paid DLC, actually. For Dr. Mario, he was managed to only got cut in Brawl. Meanwhile, he was managed to return all the games except for Brawl and 64. So yeah, basically these are the 3 last Melee fighters. I'm going to go on next game, which is Super Smash Bros. Brawl. So basically, this is the game. Is the 3rd game of the series, and it's on the Wii actually. Basically, the original one is on N64, Melee is on GameCube, And the Wii one is Super Smash Bros. Brawl. So starting off with Brawl, we got Brawl, which is actually not the first character of the game, which is Pit, Zero Suit Samus, and then Wario. First character actually is Meta Knight, which I don't have him yet. So I don't have the Kirby one, but not the actual Smash Bros. One. So instead of that, we actually start with Pit this time instead of, Meta Knight. So starting up our next row of Brawl characters, we got Ike, Diddy Kong, and Lucas. Funny thing is about Lucas is that he was managed to get paid DLC from Wii U, just like Roy actually. And funny enough, Mewtwo also as well, but I don't have a Mewtwo amiibo, so I'm only showing off these two actually. That came out for DLC in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, and also 3DS as well. Moving on to the next two characters we got is King Dedede and Olimar with his little Pikmin buddies. Actually, there's red Pikmin, yellow Pikmin, and the blue Pikmin. A little interesting detail about him is that one of them has a little leaf on his head. One of them got like a little flowers about to glow, and then the actual flower for yellow Pikmin actually. I thought that detail pretty cool. And plus his glass helmet as well. I thought that's pretty cool. And moving on to the last two fighters from Super Smash Bros. Brawl, which is Wob Robot, which is Wob, and Wolf. So the next array of characters is from Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS. The funny thing is for Smash 4 is that it released on the 3DS first. After that, the Wii U port. So basically, I think the amiibo start between the half of the line of the 3DS and the Wii U era. So when Super Smash Bros. Super Smash 4 came out. So I found it pretty interesting that the game came out on the 3DS. And plus its amiibo after that, a year later, will be on the Wii U actually. Probably because they want to make it easier to do the handheld version. After that, another year for the Wii U one to make it easier, to make it more better graphics and more content compared to the 3DS port actually. Alright, moving on to the characters we got is Villager from Animal Crossing, of course, Wii Fit Trainer, and Womack. Funny thing is about Villager, he does have a version where he has big eyes. It's like, look, see? This is the first print version. Basically, I have to fix this error by making his eyes smaller, actually, on the figure, actually. Which, I wonder why. Probably because of error or something like that, probably. Alright, but next up on the list is Palutena, Dark Pit, and Wobbin. And funny enough about Wobbin is that I put them in the release order. So basically that's why you're seeing Dark Pit right next to Palutena. Because Palutena released first in a reveal trailer. After that was Dark Pit actually. So I found it interesting that Dark Pit was managed to release right next to Palutena. So I'm trying to put up the camera lens. Yeah, there we go. Not foggy anymore. So yeah. So this is why I was managed to put these together. The same goes with Wobbin as well. Palutena, but basically Lucina is supposed to be over here, and the next one's gonna be Wobbin. So I don't have Lucina yet, so I'm just gonna put Wobbin there, and let's go for the next one. So the next two characters, which one of them released on DLC. First is the last character I have right now that is in DLC, which is Bowser Jr., which I was managed to get in Bowser's Fury. And then there's Ryu, the first ever DLC fighter in Super Smash Bros. History. So he was managed to be the first one that got released if you don't count the old comers, which is Lucas, Roy, and Mewtwo. But he's the first DLC fighter. And plus, he was managed to release his own stage also, so I thought that's pretty cool, actually. Alright, so the next characters are two versions of Cloud. Basically, there's two versions of Cloud. So there's Player 1 and Player 2 version of Cloud. I wonder why they started doing this, actually. They're probably doing this because Wob actually has a different version of himself. It was actually pretty interesting. So maybe that's the reason why. Or they just want to make more amiibo for the Player 2. Probably makes sense, probably, maybe. Alright, one more thing before we go on next one. If you hear anything in the background, which I forgot to say about, is that, don't worry about that. My little brother is right next to the door, so if you hear all the bull crap going on over there, don't bother by it. Just look at this. Alright, so moving on to my last Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS character is Corrin Player 2. I'm very sorry you had to hear all this bull crap in there. If you're hearing this, sorry about that. Alright, moving on to the last Smash Bros. Game got recently today, which is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So basically, starting off, we got our first character that released in the game, which is Inkling, which is stuck at Inkling Girl. So basically, did not make a boy version, like for example, Cloud having 2. So I find that's pretty off. And Ridley managed to return in Smash Bros. And pretty cool amiibo also too. And moving on to the first ever Echo Fighters not the first ever Echo Fighters. I mean the second Echo Fighter actually. But first, these are Belmonts. Simon Belmont and Victor Belmont. I just want to give a Belmont clearly because I thought it was pretty cool. And the funny thing is, my last name is actually a Belmont, so I thought that's cool. But for now, this is Simon and Victor actually. And speaking of Echo Fighters, we got Chrom actually. This is the Echo Fighter of Roy. And King K. Rool. Moving on to my last character right now for the main roster is Isabelle, which ain't a DLC fighter actually. And our first DLC fighter is Piranha Plant actually. I don't know if I could call him a DLC fighter, but since you had to pay for him, I would say he's a DLC fighter actually. I'm just gonna say it. Alright, moving on to a Fires Pass 2. And don't worry, I not skip anything because I don't have any Fire Pass 1 characters, unless you count Piranha Plant. Then he's the only Fires Pass 1 character I got. But let's go on to the second one, which is Min Min, the first character at releasing set. And Steve and Alex, which basically both play the exact same character. This is basically like the exact same thing, like the Clouds, for example. So, yeah. I felt pretty interesting, actually, having like 2 separate amiibos like this. So I felt that's pretty cool. So moving on to the third. Do you hear what's going on? I'm literally hearing a sound effect already. And I'm not supposed to hear that, alright? Anyway, oops, camera flip. Let me flip. Alright. After that nonsense, I actually unpause. Alright, so the third Smash character is Sephiroth. And the fourth characters is Power and Mythra. Funny thing is about these two characters share the exact same character actually. Like Zelda and Sheik from Melee. And funny thing is, these guys are expensive. Like literally, these things are expensive. Literally, they both cost like. Literally, that thing costs like $50. Trust me. Or probably 60. And moving on to our final character in Super Smash Bros. History is Kazuya. So this is the final character of a DLC pack. So yeah, this is the final character from the DLC pack. So we got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. So yeah, just like Fire Pass 1. Wait a minute. What's that? You see that? You see that little coin over there? I think I already know what this is. Yep, that's right. The final character of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is Sora. I actually don't play Kingdom Hearts, but not gonna lie, he deserves it to be in the game. So because I heard he was canned at Smash 4 when he was which is supposed to be in the game because of Bayonetta. But overall, finally I've seen him in the game actually. Alright, so that's it for the Super Smash Bros. Amiibo collection of 2024. And yes, I do need to get all the fighters. I know it's a lot. So let me cover the fighters that I was managed to do some statistics of actually. So according to all the characters on the list, we got in total like 51 Sun fighters compared to like 80. Man, look at this. 82, but reality, it's actually probably like 90 or more because of the LAT characters, like for example, like Alex, Cloud Player 2, and Corn Player 2. And also, Game Watch has other versions of himself, and Rob has like a Japanese version of him actually. So reality, I think it goes like over like 90 characters, I would say, or not 90, probably like I don't know, like maybe 100 if you realize it. So yeah, this is all my Smash Bros. Characters I got right now. So all, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. And one more thing, sorry I had to listen to all of this happening right now. So bye.